Hello everyone, welcome to another video in the series Everything You Need to Know About Immortal. Today we will be looking at the Matilda of Flanders region of Normandy. Recently she has popped up as pretty good Immortal as a backliner into another mod, which I will tell you guys about later in this video. I think she's really reliable, especially against PvE, bosses, spiders, this kind of stuff. I think she's one of the best support Immortal when it comes to PvE aspect of the game. As for PvP, she haven't been really popular until recently. That's why I'm basically making this video right now, because I'm very interested to use her in my team as well. So in this video, I hope you guys will understand how good she is, and maybe in the future you guys will also get her for your team. So how do we get Matilda? Matilda is an KVK Immortal or King of the Hill Immortal. Depends how you actually gonna look at it. But for me, she is a KVK Immortal. You can obtain her with our Golden Path shop, Summoning Hole if you're lucky, Harbor as well if you're lucky, random Immortal Fragments as well if you're lucky, daily deals from the daily deal shop. That is one way to go if you want to spend a little bit money. And of course, one time per month, King of the Hill. I think that a lot of people might try to grind Matilda for that, but in my opinion, it takes too long time, but it's very good as a free to play, so you can obtain her for free. And of course, you need 60 fragments to unlock her, and then you need 960 fragments to max her out and unlock her artifact. And of course, you guys know already by now that we have specializations. You're probably gonna need another 2 or 3,000 fragments if you want to max her out the specialization tree. So always and never delete her fragments. Keep them in your bag or in this your account, because in the future you might be able to use her. Now let's take a look at Matilda's stats and ultimate skill. The stats are from my account, my own Matilda. She is 5 stars, and I can basically make her to 6 stars for the video. And I believe that Matilda do not really have any special stats that is, wow kind of aspect. Because if you look at the stats, energy region, decent, normal, nothing special. Magical attack, quite high, but also nothing special. Physical attack, also high, but then again, she's support, so that is not relevant. Her defense, magical defense is quite good. Her physical defense is, as a support, a decent, and magical protection is pretty good as well. So it's a decent stats, but the most important, or the most important thing about this Immortal is her ultimate skill, because that I believe is one of the better ones in the game. Elegant and Magnificent is the name of it. Increase all allies' energy regen speed by 18% or 20% at max for 9 seconds. And for every damage dealt by the ultimate skill, it gains a 18% or 20% damage increase effect that lasts 1.5 seconds for 9 seconds, stacking up to 3 effects. In my opinion, this can be very, very good. It's very interesting because, in my opinion, this could have been an Chaos Immortal Ultimate with a little bit more buff, of course, in the energy regen speed and damage increase. If that was like 30%, that would have been a Chaos Immortal. I think the reason why people are kind of overlooking Matilda until now is because she is a Win Immortal. Win Immortal is not that much popular in the game in general, because the most popular Win Immortal are Hannibal and King Emperor. That is the Immortal that you go to when you think of Win. But if you go dive deeper down into Win, you will find Matilda to be very good, you will find Baldwin to be very good, and you will find Saladin to be actually pretty good as well. So yeah, actually right now let's go take a look at her ultimate. Now that we are in the training camp again, like we used to, we are going to be testing the ultimate and showcasing her ultimate and see how it looks like and see what kind of buff we will be looking for, or if it shows anything at all. So here I have my Matilda with Himiko and double tank Earth in front line, and then let's take a look at her ultimate when she procs. Let's see if she's gonna see something special. So right there, when she spins around, you see this kind of like the windy stuff around the immortals. That is pretty good. And let's see if she procs again. We're gonna see energy regen, speed. That's really nice. And then also damage received. That's gonna be also really nice. I think this one is very good ultimate, and I personally believe that if you manage to have her in your team, that can be something really special for your team. If you manage to play around her and her energy regen buff for everyone on the team, that's gonna be very good for some specific team. So let's take a look at the report right here. Pretty decent, nothing special. The damage is pretty good from Himiko. I think that could be something we can work towards. That could be something, you know, I don't know if it's gonna be a game changer or not, but it can definitely increase the damage for your second team or your third team if you want to go use her in your team at all. So now let's take a look at her artifact. Her artifact is elegance and magnificent. I think her artifact is quite difficult to obtain unless you actually, you know, spend a little bit money. But her artifact, I would say it does not like make a significant change on the immortal ultimate skill, because like the duration of the buff effect from elegant and magnificent is increased to 12 seconds from 9 seconds, so it increased by 3 seconds. It's a good amount of, you know, time that it increased, but I still don't think that is enough. I would say I think, you know, if you were to use a normal artifact, that would still work well. But if you you want to go like top tier, top end of Matilda, you should definitely try to get her artifact. And the best passive on artifact for her is definitely the surge. That is somebody I think all the supports should be aiming to get surge. Now that we come to the skills, I think Matilda should be using the normal standard supporting skills that we are seeing nowadays. Like as a free-to-play, I would recommend you guys use sacrifice. But if you have like sacrifice on somebody else as a frontline or a tank, you can probably use weakness aura as well. And I think that fighting master is very good on Matilda, because then she can just proc her ultimate, which is, in my opinion, a very good ultimate. And then you can choose whether you want to have assist, but I've seen nowadays people are using sacrifice, fighting master, and then rage blessing. That is also possible as a free-to-play, so you guys should keep an eye on that. And here we have with the Triss, of course you have the standard Spring of Life, you have Purifications, Noise Escape. Wine and Dine is not a Triss skill, but I put it there because I want to get it there, because it should be down there, but you know, I want for her, in my opinion, I think there are all the free-to-play skills fits her better than the actual, you know, the Triss skills, because the Triss skills focus on survivability, and I don't think that is the purpose of Matilda at all. That's why I put like very few 3 skills in there, but mostly free to play that actually enhance her ultimate. So now we are in the game again. I'm gonna show you guys a really good comp that I'm gonna make a video about it later today, and it will come out shortly after this video. And the comp is very interesting in my opinion. I fought against this person, BWRX. I talked to him. I asked for permission of him to actually, you know, make a video about it. And I'm gonna show you guys in another video, but in this video, I'm going to show you guys a comp that he's using right now, and it is a Fire Matilda, and I think it's a very good comp, and I think this mod is actually pretty strong, surprisingly stronger than I thought it would be, because I always thought that, you know, Cyrus, or if you want to go for sustainability, you probably go for Theodora, you probably go to Fufei or Ninetales, these kind of immortals. But I think Matilda is a very good option as well, that you can flex into fire team. You can probably flex into the water team as well. And you can see some of the reports here. I time out against him 2 times. And you can see here at the battle report that Matilda is buffing Sendok's damage a lot, so I believe that this is a very good comp that Matilda can flex into, and I know Fire is free to play, or most of it is free to play. Let's see what kind of skills he's using. He's using very standard skills, nothing special, and it's still performing very well. And I don't think I would be looking forward to try out some of these mods with Matilda later myself, because I can basically max her out really soon, probably one day after making up this video. I think right here it actually beat me, and Matilda I think helped Sendok carry so much, because normally Sendok do not do this kind of damage, you know, towards my Maj. As you can see here, I can usually most of the time it becomes something like this, right? But whenever I attack him, it's very RNG. But whenever I defend against him, I will always win because of my sustainable tank Maj. But when I attack him, most of the time it will go like 50-50, I would say, or 60-40. I will win because I am, you know, higher STP, but his Maj is super strong, and sometimes it can go something like this. And actually, while we're talking about it, let's take a look at the replay where he beat me, so I can showcase you guys the reason why this Maj is becoming a little bit more popular recently, and a lot more people actually looking towards to transition their Fire when the second Maj is Fire, they want to try this comp out. So you can see here very early that the dragon is doing a lot of damage against my backliner, and Matilda, when she procs her ult, is going to be very good. And boom, her ult is up. Although the win icon is not here for some reason. Oh, there we go. Now you see the win, and bam, 1 ultimate from Sendok, and it basically wiped out my backliners. And now I become like really, you know, standing there taking all the damage from all the immortals. And of course, I'm probably gonna die or time out, because you can see here my tank really doesn't go down really much, losing anything. And yeah, I'm just gonna end it here, because it's gonna be probably gonna be like this for, you know, another minute. So yeah, you can see there, it's a very good comp. I'm definitely looking into something like that. And also I have set up something that I wanted to try, but you know, if you want to use her in I would say in a PV PvE aspect of the game, you can definitely set up something like this. As for your, spider march, the spider bosses, the elemental bosses, this mod is very good. You do not require the 3 skills. I just have them there because I wanted to test it out. But you can use all the free-to-play skills. If you have this immortal, I think your PvE mod will be very good. So yeah, that's it about Matilda. Matilda is a very interesting immortal that I really recommend you guys to look into and check her out a little bit, see how she is, because in my opinion, she is worth maxing out. She's good for PvE. She is good for PvP as well, especially in the fire, in a water mod. I think that would be very, very good for her. And yeah, that's it for Matilda. Thanks you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video.